Well, good morning, everyone, on this nice, cool, overcast morning. Definitely had a interesting night. During the night, we had a really severe thunderstorm. Luckily, where I was at was just on almost the edge of it. And man, it was pretty rough though where it was at. It was blowing so hard that water was pushing up and through the hotel window and coming in. It was raining that hard and blowing that much wind. So that was interesting, but luckily we were just on the edge of it, not actually like in the middle of it or anywhere in the real path of it, thankfully. So that was interesting. For today's plans, our next stop is just up the road from here. I think Boise City, I think was one of them. After that is the New Mexico state line, and I was looking, and it's like 65 miles worth of road through New Mexico. So we'll definitely be into Colorado today. We've got maybe less than 100 miles to go. I don't know, maybe about 150 in total to get to Colorado, something like that. So not that far. So let's go ahead and cruise on down these back roads, and hopefully we don't get into any mud from the rain. And we'll see you in a few minutes. More interesting road for us to get onto. This is the road that the TAT goes through, and there was a truck in front of me that pulled off as we started getting onto this kind of road, and I stopped and asked him to make sure that this was a an actual road, part of the TAT, and that it hasn't changed. He's like, oh yeah, no, this is county road, you can drive on it, no problem. Had a little conversation with him, but nice guy. So yeah, this is a bit different than what we've been on. It's starting to turn into like sandy. It's very sandy and a little bit of mud here and there. Section through the hills there. A little bit of sand, a little bit of mud, something different to get into. The weather out here today is very nice so far. It is 77 degrees with a good cool breeze here and there. Good window weather. Just got done filling up over here in Boise City, Oklahoma. Our next destination will be the New Mexico state line. Welcome to New Mexico. We just crossed the state line just a few seconds ago. The plan for New Mexico is it's about 50 so miles through. There's no stop destinations that I've seen. As far as what's next, should be Branson City, Colorado. So we should get through New Mexico within like an hour, hour and a half, roughly. So I've been in New Mexico for, I don't know, about 45 minutes now. And I have to say, I really am enjoying the views. They're kind of similar to Oklahoma in one sense, but in another, they're completely different because there's not farmland everywhere. Some cattle here and there, but a lot more green though. Check out this cool view I found. I can't believe we're like 5,500 feet up right now. From sea level, that is. Found an even better spot to look. I have to say, this style terrain in these mountains and just this terrain overall feels so foreign to me. You know, I've never seen anything like this up close. I'm used to green mountains and green mountains, basically. You know, flat, rolling, you know, I can handle stuff like that, but this is just so different to me. I don't know what to make of it. Into the mountains of New Mexico, which we're just about to cross into Colorado, actually, here in just a few miles as well. But yeah, it's kind of interesting. We kind of turned off of more main gravel roads onto this kind of side road that was kind of rough there for a second, but it seems to be smoothing out again. So it's definitely interesting up here, I will say that. If nothing else, while we're climbing the mountain, we got a good view to the left. Don't look too hard that way because you might drive off. It is straight down, but definitely a nice view from here. Just made it to the top of that mountain we was climbing. I have to say, there's a pretty good view up here. It's interesting, like there's mountains and they're pretty tall, but at the top of them, they're just flat, which is interesting to me. And out through there is where we came from, way back up in there is where we was just at a little while ago. Welcome to Colorado. We just crossed into Colorado from New Mexico just a minute ago. And yeah, I don't know, it's fun over here too. It's kind of like high plains is kind of what it feels like over here. Because, you know, before it was kind of like down in the valley of between the mountains, but now that we're on top of the mountains, we're on top of the mountain, and there's more there's more mountains up ahead. Anyways, we have Branson City coming up next for our destination. I believe there we'll go ahead and get gas and start looking into where we're going to be able to camp tonight, whether that's some campgrounds around or what exactly. Just made it through Branson, Colorado. I thought I was going to get fuel there. Turns out I didn't see any fuel stations. I mean, we're still good on fuel. We're just above a half a tank, so we're fine. That's like 150 miles to empty, basically, roughly. The next stop will be Trinidad, Colorado. There's hotels and fuel, so we can decide when we get there. It looks like we've got a little bit of rain ahead of us, which should be fun. It's like super awesome temperature. It was like 95, I guess, in New Mexico, according to my gauge for temperature outside. But it sure as crap didn't feel like it. It was really nice, and it's really nice up here. It's like 83 right now. I guess it's that dry heat. I don't know, I've never really experienced it, but it's really nice here. So I'm having a bit of a trouble back here on my rear door for my camping area, or not my camping area, but where I keep all my stuff. There has been some sort of leak in the past 2 days now from dust, just friggin' on everything, the door, everywhere. And it wasn't like that. I mean, we was rolling through, you know, dirt roads way before the past 2 days. I don't know what's going on different, but it is coming in everywhere back here. And you can see these tiny little holes right here. It looks like it's blowing in from right there. So I'm gonna have to see if I can tape that or what. But I'm over here at a car wash. I'm gonna see if I can vacuum all this up and try to get it clean again and fix it, because we've got more dirt roads to go, and if not, I'll be taking more dirt than I leave behind. So I went through and vacuumed everything up as much as I could. Went through and patched all those little holes. I noticed over here there was a hole where a bolt used to be, and maybe that was where it was coming in, right through there under this crack, and piling up right here was the biggest area, and then maybe just from the wind it was blowing everywhere else. So hopefully that fixes it. It's still coated in dust. I mean, it's gonna take some real scrubbing and cleaning to get it all off, but hopefully we stopped it from coming in is the big deal. So I just made it to camp. It's a another hotel. Rolled in too late and checked around. All the campgrounds, they're reservation only. The National Forest is 45 miles on straight roads. That's not including if we go by our trail. So we're gonna slip in another hotel tonight. Hopefully tomorrow we're gonna have to start camping in the woods again, which I want to begin with. So hopefully we should be getting back up in the mountains into the National Forest. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed today. I definitely had some fun going through Colorado, New Mexico, and thankfully out of Oklahoma in the heat. It's actually a lot nicer up here for temperature wise. So other than that, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Remember to like and subscribe, and we'll see you then.